Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Bob and
Dr. Kaysen.
And we are here to talk about energy. You know what I love about this time of year? It's still bright outside.
Yes, that gives me energy.
And tomorrow morning, you know what time it gets light about? You guys are up about 25 to 6. It starts getting light outside, and we start riding our bike that early in the morning. But we have so many little nuggets to talk about, and we're going to keep it really basic. So, Dr. Kaysen, where would you like to start?
Let's start here. This is a good prop. So, 5-hour energy. So they now have 5-hour teas too. But if you're looking to grab this throughout maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, 1, 2 in the afternoon, you are needing a lot of different maybe tips. And we're going to talk about some really easy things tonight. So number one, why are people so exhausted? What do you think, Dr. Bob? And we see this a lot now.
I think people are exhausted because they do too much. You know, we have moms that come in our office and they're taking their kids to this event and that event, and they are taking care of their aging parents, and they may have, it's a sandwich syndrome, they're taking care of younger individuals. The traffic, traffic consumes a lot of time, having appointments. And a part of the challenge, I think, Dr. Kaysen, is people don't get enough sleep because their brains are constantly going. They're watching too much TV, but it's not even a TV. Do you know we don't even have magazines in our office? And I watch the patients when they come in. Everywhere I go, people are on their phones. We should have the phone challenge. Can you go out without your phone, without looking at your phone for 1 hour tomorrow? Why don't you send us an email that you did it? Don't you think it's a good idea? They just do too much.
And also at home too, you could be right now watching us, plus you might be watching TV, reading a book, drawing, whatever you might be doing.
I just love those guys. Give us some stars, a little bit of love going across the screen right now.
Is anyone out there listening to us?
That's good.
Okay, perfect.
So we just like that. So people are doing too much, way too much.
So I can share with you, exhaustion in our office especially, people come in and they're tired of being tired.
Yep.
I don't know if you ever feel like that. Tired of being tired, but they wake up tired. And one of my favorite questions to ask during a workshop is, have you ever went to bed and you wake up more tired than when you went to bed?
And?
A lot of people, they raise their hand and they share, I'm not sleeping well, I'm having difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, and then I'm tired throughout the day and I can't wait to go to bed, and then I get in bed and then I can't go to sleep at night, and then I'm looking at the alarm clock, and people actually stare at their clock, they'll fall asleep, and then they wake up and they check what time it is.
I cover my clock up so it's dark. Our room is totally dark. But I want to share something about sleep, so pay attention. If you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, like that's a ha-ha for people, but if you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 11, an hour later, it usually means you need B vitamins. B is in Bravo. But you're also the type of person who might cry easy, mosquitoes might like you, and you have sore muscles after exercise. If you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and you grind your teeth at night, chances are stress or parasites, especially if you have a cat, if you eat sushi, wild game, or been to a third world country. If you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's usually blood sugar is dropping. And I talked to a gentleman today that pees 4 or 5 times a night. It's usually a prostate problem. And we have an answer for all those, but I wanted to throw that out, Dr. Kaysen.
So let me ask you, Dr. Bob, if people are waking up tired and they're tired, what are some easy things that they can do to start increasing their energy right now?
Well, I'll tell you, it is the simplest in the whole planet. So I'm going to share with you some very advanced technology. So in my hand right now this is a snapshot of what we call phase contrast microscopy. That's looking at a blood spot under the microscope. These are blood cells that are sticking together because the person's pH in their body is quite acid. And Dr. Kaysen, what are they missing?
Water.
Water. If you just started drinking, how much water would you say they should be drinking?
So everyone right now, what I want you to do, write down how much you weigh, and you do not have to share it with anybody. So write it down and then divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces of water every day you should be drinking. And a lot of times, Dr. Bob, people will share, oh, I think I drink enough water, I think I'm drinking enough water, I drink a couple glasses a day, but when you actually start measuring it, And water is water. It's not coffee, tea, 5-hour energy. It's not juice, but it's actually water.
Pure water.
Pure water, yes.
Not tap water. Pure water. Water's been purified. We drink reverse osmosis water. What I want you to see, and this is a real picture. This is what it looks like when someone is drinking enough water. And the significance of this is that red blood cells carry oxygen. And when the blood cells are stacked on top of each other, you lose surface area. That means you carry less oxygen and you're going to be tired. So just by adding water, we could stop this whole segment right now just by having people just add water to their life and they're going to increase their energy. But that's why you're increasing surface area. So how about, do you want to talk a little bit about the Celtic sea salt? I'll preface it with this,
Sure.
Okay? So these are spark plugs. So in the human body, what's amazing is the cars I've had the last 10 years, I'm not even sure if I know where the spark plugs are at anymore in
Google
cars.
it.
Yeah, we'll do a Google. That's a good idea. Search engine. So these are spark plugs. So right here, this is where the gasoline sparks and it causes the combustion that causes the pistons in your vehicle to function optimally. Well, in the human body, the spark plugs are, or is, minerals, and this is what we use in our practice, is Celtic sea salt.
And some of the body signals, especially for a need for minerals in your body, are, and we have our blood pressure cuff here, is we do our members' blood pressure sitting, and then we also do it standing. So if you have a blood pressure cuff at home, I encourage you, pick a partner and take each other's blood pressure, and then also take it when you're standing. And if your blood pressure drops from a sit to a stand position, that is a body signal that the adrenal glands are compromised, and those adrenal glands, they need minerals to support the tissue. But also another body signal of a need for minerals are people who get dizzy. And we see this commonly, people that come in and they say, I get dizziness from a sit to a stand, or I kind of feel off balanced. You could have
they could be wearing sunglasses.
Bright light could bother your eyes. You could be chewing your nails. You might have children that chew their nails, also a need for minerals in the body. But this is something really easy, and how you incorporate this is you sprinkle it liberally on your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I even recommend, Dr. Bob, just sprinkling, 1/4 of a teaspoon in your reverse osmosis water, your purified water for your natural mineral water, and you're saving money too.
Well, it's kind of interesting is because a lot of people, we're not promoting sodium, because you get that from fast food places, but we're promoting Celtic sea salt because it is going to provide your body the minerals that your body needs, and probably one of the leading causes. So what Dr. Kaysen was alluding to was adrenal fatigue. That's one of the reasons that we don't promote fruit, because fruit will compromise function, and you can have adrenal fatigue from eating fruit. Out of all things that we talk about, we talk about a lot of really wonderful insights. People, it's like, Dr. Bob, it's blueberries.
I said to someone the other day, I said, have you been eating sweets? Because the pancreas refers right here. No. And then they got up, not today, but I did yesterday. Do you think that could cause my neck to hurt? And then we say, focus on a half of a red apple. And I know you talked about that this past week on your tips. No watermelon?
Yeah, no watermelon, I'll guarantee you, will cause neck pain.
Gosh.
Okay, so this right here, this is about the amount of sugar that's in a 12-ounce soda. Sugar, this is how it all works. Sugar places a demand on what we call your glucocorticoids, which are produced by the adrenal cortex. A lot of big words, but that's my segue that I talk about that in Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones and Dr. Bob's Men's Health, the Basics. Sugar compromises adrenal function, and I know 99.9% of you out right now love sugar. Your neck hurts. People come into our office and they go, oh, my neck hurts. It's always on the left side. Their blood pressure drops from a sit to a stand position. They always have sunglasses. I just love it. People love it when these men put their sunglasses on their ball caps. So they have their sunglasses on their ball caps or in their purse. Bright light bothers their eyes. It's this big old wagon train that goes nowhere. Isn't it amazing? I don't have a pair of sunglasses, by the way.
No?
I don't even own a pair.
We should get you a Dr. Bob sunglasses. But also, I want to share with you, especially because it's yard season. So especially here in Northeast Ohio, I know people are mulching. It's warm outside, the humidity, they're not drinking enough water, they're eating foods that they know they shouldn't be eating, and they go outside to mow the lawn, and they come in the next day, and they're having excruciating lower back discomfort. But also what's really interesting about spinal function here
You want to hold this one so a bit lighter?
Okay, is here, your adrenal glands, they sit right here on top of your kidneys. So people could have lower back challenges because those adrenal glands are being compromised, and it's actually compromising that lower back. Especially, I know the ladies in our office that they're working, they're juggling the kids, it's summertime, and they're working and doing all types of things. A lot of them have just a tightness or a dull lower back challenge with what's going on with the adrenal glands too.
You know, they just love sugar. And this is like the food of choice for so many people. When I see people going to Dunkin' Donuts and...
But none of you out there, right?
No, this is pink. This is fake, by the way. This is this icing that's on it. So if people crave sugar, I mean, I bet you I talked to a half a dozen individuals today. And in our practice, we use a product called CR-Zyme. CR-Zyme is chromium. And I usually have people take 1 bottle 6 a day, 1 bottle 3 a day. I had one lady that craved sugar so bad, she had to take 9 a day to stop the sugar craving. So sugar zaps energy. Well, want to talk about something else? Want to talk about this?
Yes, go for
Okay,
it.
this is pretty cool. This, could you imagine if that was a rectal thermometer?
Oh.
That would really hurt. Anyways.
Good thing that we do not do this in our office.
This thermometer is dated to 1978. I've been practicing for 40 years, and we used to literally hand dip our x-rays, and we had to take the temperature of the water, it had to be perfect. And today, with our very advanced digital radiographs, you know, by the time I push that button, that radiograph is done. So what you do with this thermometer, you shake it down, not this one, but this is a real pretend one, but you put it in your armpit when you first wake up in the morning, and the temperature should be 97.8. And I want you to know that most of you, it's less than that, and you probably have low thyroid. See, the thyroid gland is the gas pedal, and the adrenal gland is the fuel pump. So if you have cold hands and cold feet, if you wake up tired in the morning, if you're depressed, if you're not pooping, if you have high cholesterol, you want to contact us so we can do a thyroid profile. And listen, we have people that watch us from around the world. We have people that come and visit us from around the world. Come out and hang out with us a little bit, and we can have your thyroid checked, and we can work on getting it better without medication. That's a novel idea. You know what? We just had 2 ladies that came in this week. Talk to them about that with their mom.
So I had two ladies come in this week, and they were with their mom, who I think she's 70 or 82, and she has 8 children.
8 kids.
2 daughters came with her, and we were talking about function and how the thyroid gland supports the breast tissue, the uterus, the ovaries if you're a male, prostate. But both of her daughters had their thyroid removed.
Can you imagine that?
They just removed the thyroid because they said they used the radioactive
Iodine or something, and they
and-
killed their thyroid gland.
So I know that some of you out there that have cold hands, cold feet, constipation, maybe you're looking to lose weight and you're searching and you've tried everything, but you could have a lower thyroid, and actually they could be telling you that you're normal. So a couple other things here I know we want to talk about with energy. One of the easiest things all of you can also do is increase your exercise in your life. And that could be walking, that could be biking, that could be an exercise class, any kind of movement. Your goal is to do something every day. I know sometimes people, they come into our office and they say, well, I couldn't do my hour workout today, so I'll just do it tomorrow. Our goal is do 20 to 30 minutes of something
Every day.
Every day, and it cannot be what you're doing at your job. So it can't be work. It has to be something outside, inside, but that's going to help you mentally, physically. It's going to increase the oxygen in your body.
Yeah, talk about the posture.
Because what happens is, here, with your neck These nerves go to your lungs, and to keep it really simple, your neck curve should be a C. Most people today have a straight neck or a forward neck, whether that's from the birth process, gravity, stress, texting, work, it's all connected. But if your posture's in this forward position, it actually, just to kind of show you, it compromises and squeezes your lungs. So you could have asthma, allergies, or difficulty breathing and low energy because of spinal function, and that's what we work with chiropractically. So I would encourage you, get your spine assessed. Whether you're here, you can come visit us and we can do an evaluation, or wherever you are in the world, get assessed by a specific chiropractor to take some films of your spine.
Drink water, have your thyroid checked, stay away from sugar, half an apple a day. If you have any questions, send them over to us. You can probably send them to customer care at druglessdoctor.com, and I will do my very best to answer them either this week or next week on our very popular Ask Dr. Bob. It was tremendous. Can't wait to see you next month. Dr. Bob and Kason DeMaria.